Right. Good rising, everybody. Isn't it wild how English has an adverse side effect to it? It works forward and backwards, and when you tell the professors about it, they're all mums and thumbs. It's amazing, right? Mum's the word and thumbs the action. I think death to mumble rap is a fantastic idea, Gagne. Absolutely. Let's kill these mumbling fools.
I haven't studied the human resonance too much, Thomas. I do know its baseline is 7.83 hertz, and it's part of the Pythagorean 9-factor grid, right? 7 plus 8 plus 3, 18, 1, 8, 9. So the Schumann resonance baseline frequency, roots in 9. That's also the frequency that bees levitate at. Isn't that interesting? 7.83 hertz is the flight of bees. Levity, levitation. I think that when someone's ego is tampered with, it causes the Schumann resonance to go all over the place. And sometimes when I do these streams, man, does it go all over the place. Sometimes I really trigger the fuck out of people, and the next day or two, that Schumann resonance is all over the place. So I think it has to do with consciousness and awareness on an individual level. And then you get an asshole like me running around popping everybody's bubble, right? And this causes a disruption or disturbance in the force, right? Can you see it? And then it causes the Richter scale to go all over the place. Like it's a goddamn earthquake. That's my personal feelings. You know, I bet it might be triggered today because of this. This is a hell of a stream, right? Hell of a stream. Might cause someone to have a bad day. They might suffer a massive migraine. Too much color, right? Too much color. Lack of polarization within. I didn't make my intentions clear.
Clearly, they wanted their intentions to be my intentions, and they never asked what my intentions were. They're always making bad judgment calls, aren't they? And your emotional outbursts and reactions, those are judgments. It's freaking hysterical, isn't it? React, don't react, judge, don't judge. Judge and be judged. They don't even know what they're reacting to. And no one told them how to feel. so I so I think that when groups of people are collectively disturbed by something, it causes the Schumann resonance to reflect it. Maybe it has something to do with the Earth's awareness level. That might be it, right? Is the Earth aware of itself yet? Is that what they're watching for? I'm over here going, I don't know what I'm talking about. Got no fucking idea, right? A stupid fucktard. And that's part of my thesis too, if you heard me yesterday, right? Genius never announces genius. Genius walks in the room and says, I'm a fucktard. And if I'm a fucktard, you're a fucktard. And look at them all sit silent to it and consent, right? Because the last thing the professional is going to say is, I'm a fucktard, right? Their ego won't allow for them to do such crazy things, right? And confession is good for the soul. That's what I've been told all my life. Confession is good for the soul. And these professional fucktards will never confess their stupidity, right? So genius walks in the room and says, I'm a fucktard. And if I'm a fucktard, you're a fucktard too. And let's see everybody massively consent to it. Mass consensus, right? Silence is consent. Took me a long time to figure it out one out. About 30 years, right? 30 years it took me to figure that out, you guys. Not 30 days, 30 weeks, 30 months. Fuck no. 30 years. Oh, they probably blocked the sound. I'll take it down. Take the sound out. Grace made this video a while back. Isn't it amazing how it breeds over well? It's like I'm making a live documentary for you, right? We're shifting from one state to another, and they're overlapping well. They breed over well, right? Right. Look around, Shuki. When the hell did they say no? They don't know how to anymore. It's not part of their education. I'm in the know, and they don't have the right to know, and they're on a need to know basis, and they don't need to know anything. They got needed not to know, like Play Doh. I don't even have to think about it. That shit's money! 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 I took their dough away, honey! I took their goddamn dough away. They can't say no to me. That's the funny, right? That's the funny. If you love me, that shit's funny. If you hate me, you're fucking terrified right now. You see? Fucking funny. They sound funny. They phonetically sounded funny right now. They only learn yes in school. That's right. Your taxes pay for your microchip. See? Thomas, to you, I'm fucking hysterical, right? But if they hate me, they're ready for group therapy. They need re-education. Ask Hillary Clinton about it. Re-education camps for the parents. I don't think you're on anything. I think you're in things. Hmm? And it's not a figure of speech. Nope, there it is. Right there. You're not on the earth, you're inside of it. Right? Whoa. You're not on the matrix, you're inside of it. You're not on the universe. Inside of it, you can't be on top of anything. How can you be on things when you're in them? How can you be on the ball when you're in the ball? Huh? Right? And it's only a matter of perspective. How can you be on things if you're in them? If you're in them, you can't be on top of them. Doesn't work, does it? And then when they ask me what I do all day, I tell them that I'm working and they don't fucking believe me. What the fuck? Right? What the actual fuck? I'm working right now. Can't you see that I'm working? Right? And for those professionals out there that try to tell me to get a fucking job, you know what that's like to me? That's like me going up to a homeless man on the sidewalk and dictating terms to him how to do his fucking job washing windows so he can fucking eat. Don't come to my house and fucking tell me what to goddamn do. I'm working right now. Don't tell me how to do my fucking job. Don't you hate it? I don't go to your job and tell you how to do your fucking job. Huh? How many of these professional cocksuckers come to my house and try to tell me how to do my fucking job? Huh? It's enough to drive you mad. Drive you crazy. Right? Drive you loco. It's enough to make you go mad, isn't it? Somebody's going to have a bad day today. That's my assumption, and I'm sticking to it. They like assuming that I was a pimp without an investigation. Guilty till proven innocent. So if that's their assumption, then I have to work with it. I have to work with what I got available to me. So they think I'm a pimp. Well, if you don't have a response for the shit coming out of my mouth, you are a turn trick, a whore, a prostitute. Do I have that correct? Nobody has respect these days. And the people that try to respect themselves, they are fucking criminalized. Huh? What? Because they hate themselves and love to hate other than themselves. It's amazing. And I said the shit for free, Shuki, and they stole my son. That's good karma, isn't it? I told them the truth, and they stole my fucking son. And they hope I have a good day. And it turns out you literally stole the son of the devil, which is a great idea, right? You fucked with a person that you shouldn't have fucked with. And now you're finding out. Right? Fair to say? It's not an extreme statement, it's a logical one. They're finding out that I know more than I appear to know. They thought I was a dumb nigger, thought I was a stupid fucktard, found out they're the stupid fucktards and they don't have anything to say about it. That shit got spun. Turn those tables, DJ. Wiki wiki wah wah wiki wiki. This is a wiki leak. It's a wicked leak. Wiki wiki leak leak. Wiki wiki wah wah. I know I'm dangerous. This is the most dangerous thing I can do. Literally. Think of all the people that this touches. Ah, I know. Self-education is a motherfucker, isn't it? Not believing people, that's a pretty good idea, isn't it? I left home at 15, Shuki. They say I'm paranoid because I don't trust anyone but myself. And I like talking to myself out loud so people around me can hear me and their reactions to me I think are cute and funny. I really know how to offend people, don't I? And the children, my gosh, the children love me. Almost like I'm Santa Claus. And I got all the toys in the other room for the boys and the girls, right? I got the Lego, I got the Pokemon, I got the GameCube, I got the Nintendo, I got the PS1, 2, 3, 4, got the NES 1, 2, 3, 4, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, NES, got all the game systems. I literally have all of them. I have a couple of every one of them. I'm buying an Xbox One today to go with it. I didn't have an Xbox One, and now I have an Xbox One in my store. Right? The parts and accessories and games. Santa's got all the toys. And doesn't even have time to play with them. Right? I'm buying today's Shuki. I've been doing this for 2 years for income to stabilize my reality. I don't do it because it's fun. I'm doing it because I'm putting my money to work for me. Working smarter versus working harder. Oh my God. Right? And it's part of what I'm trying to make young men understand. Why work hard for money when you can make your money work hard for you? Backwards. I don't want Shuki to have a broken back at 40 like me. I don't want to see Shuki go hungry. I don't like seeing bad things happen to people that are decent, you know? And Shuki, my store generated $5,000 in sales last month. And granted, I put it all back into the store, but it's about the generation of it. And my methods will work for you. The products don't matter. Buying, selling, and trading, this is a part of everyday life, everywhere, anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. My formula for success works for you, not me. It does work for me. And if you apply it to you, it'll work for you. Amazing. It takes time. Conservative attitude towards money is to save money. And they think through saving money, they're making money, which is retarded. You're not saving money. You're not making any money. Your money's stagnant. It's about electricity. It's about movement. It's not about making $1,000 off of one sale. It's about making 100 sales to get $1,000. Everybody else is waiting for one sale for $1,000 a pop because they don't want to work for nothing. I generate $1,000 in profits because I'm willing to take the $100 sales or the $10 sales, the micro sales. It's just like this game pile I bought right now. It's 3 systems, 30 games, a headset, and 12 controllers. If you're a store owner, think inventory. Controllers are $25 a piece. There's 12 of them in that pile. That's $250 just for controllers. Oh, I got all my money back. I sell all the controllers, and all the money I paid for that pile is now back in my pocket. 30 free games, 3 free consoles, a free $100 pair of headphones. Free. Or you could see it as equity. Maybe I'll trade those things for other things. Or I'll sell them. It's profit. Think about it in the sense of equity and conversions. Right? 3 systems. I looked at it as about $1,000 in equity, and I'm paying $250 to acquire $1,000 in equity. They were in a hurry. They didn't have time to properly change out the equity, convert it correctly. They don't have time for this shit. In a hurry. If you're not in a hurry, you will win. It ain't about being in a hurry. Life ain't about being in a hurry. They want you to hurry. Hurry up and run around. Where are you going? Nowhere. My work requires you to sit still. Just because you're sitting still doesn't mean the world stopped moving. This is about chase or be chased. If you're not chasing, then everything chases. If you refuse to chase people, then those people that you refuse to chase have no choice but to chase you. You gave them no other option. They don't have a choice. And then they want you to keep up with the times. New York Times, keep up with the times, keep up with communism. No, thank you. Running in the opposite direction. Dragging ass studying history while you're worried about the future and the presence of now. Let's look to the future for the present solution to the problem we face right now. That's communism. That's the very essence of communism, looking to the future for solutions to the problems you face now. When the reality is, you should be studying history to observe the plight and the problems of yesterday so you don't repeat them today. 2 different attitudes there. Which one's right? Which one benefits children? Remember, children are the future. You're the present. Your grandparents are the past. And you are your ancestors in the present, and your children are you in the future. And it never gets any easier. Hyperinflation causes things to become more difficult every day. So waiting around for tomorrow to solve the problems solves nothing, saves no one, solves nothing, does nothing, prevents nothing, causes escalation, coagulation, congestion, causes a traffic jam, creates a virus. I'm a virus. How's Shuki doing? Good rising, everybody. Thank you for being here. I realized that God killed a lot of people and Satan didn't kill anyone. Isn't that amazing? Satan never killed anyone. God killed everyone. We've been arguing about the name of God for thousands of years, going to war over it. So, quite literally, millions of people are dead motherfuckers because of God. And Satan had nothing to do with it. How does that make you feel? Oh, look, and that lady that just texted, the one I'm buying the Xboxes from, Shuki, just texted and said, Dear, I put in a PS2 and a controller on top. Cherry on top, bro. Cherry on top, a free console. So I'm not getting three consoles, I'm getting four. Two Xboxes, 360s, an Xbox One, and a PS2. Four consoles, 30 games, a headset, 12 controllers, 13 controllers. There's my karma. People don't understand. I have the best karma in the world. I am the god of karma. I am the god of commerce. Proper etiquette of English. What the fuck? I am Shiva. I am Brahma. I'm the god of death. I'm the Grim Reaper. I'm Jesus. I'm Gilgamesh. I'm Nimrod. I'm Tot Enki Quetzalcoatl Khufu. I don't know what I'm talking about. I built the pyramids, forced after nature's energy, earth energy. then, and I remember it now. Goddamn, reading the Emerald Tablets was like reading my own journal. Holy fuck, caused me to trigger. Imagine that. I became a triggered tigger. And then I became the best trigger man in the world. I offend everyone equally. I am the devil. And you're in hell already. Holy shit. We live in a living hell. Earth is a living hell. And word is the bird. And when I speak the word, you give reverb. I cause verb. Reaction is reverb. Law of cause and effect. By going live, that was cause. How you feel is the effect. Right? And the word is the bird. Now that we've heard that so many times, right? You seeing the pictures on the screen all right? I'm gonna check on my cell phone because sometimes YouTube likes to fuck with my video feeds. Sometimes they drop the camera. They're really trying to handicap me. It's amazing. They do everything in their power to cripple a cripple. Oh, mother, see, like right now. What? See, like right now. What? See, like right now. Right? I'm sitting here thinking you're watching this goddamn video stream with me, right? I'm watching it for 10 minutes, and it's, so I just dropped the link. I had to click a button. I'm going to put this back on the screen, start it over. Grace made this, you know? I like sharing content that people create because of contact with me, right? People get all inspired and shit. And Grace made this. I didn't make this. My friend Grace lives in California. And after following my feeds for some time, Grace was unsure what to do with herself anymore. Oh, shit. I don't know what to do. And then I said, Grace, I'm doing the research. I'll throw it your way. And you can make video content with my research, my ideas, however you see fit. I didn't want to hamper or set up barriers in Grace's mind with what she could or could not do. So I told her to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do. Right? That link is Grace's channel. People are in hell. But can you make content on my channel? I'll make the content I'm making. Sparking, please. I single people making content and they're not getting it back from me. Now you haven't done anything different or said anything different, and these things are all powered out. Look at all these people saying the same things they've been saying for 30 fucking years. They haven't done anything to changed my goddamn mind in 30 years. Right? This floor is for gaslighting, Shuki. Gaslighting professionals, one on one, 24/7, 360 days for a year. Not 365, 360. Most likely. Gets a little creepy, doesn't it? Yeah? It's like looking in a fucking mirror. Damn. Right? The fuck? Greek philosophy was always, everything in their entire philosophy was within 360, within a circle. Nothing occurred in the Greek mind outside of a circle. Everything pre existing within the focus sphere, within the circle. The circle of life. Right? And then one day I realized the dictionary was the book on life and the religions were death cults. So Bible is a book of death and dictionary is a book on life. It's amazing. How did you get the two things so confused? Life, death, death, life. Right? Oh, holy shit. And then I realized this everything was backwards. And they did that out of pure defiance. So then I realized the only ones that are going to see through this shit are the deplorables and the children. Right? The children. Because they're the defiant ones. And the children are the watchers. They're always watching you, the little fuckers. Right? The children. They're like God's eyes and ears. They're always watching you. And then they become you. It's freaky as fuck. Isn't that some truth? And children, watch your parents struggle to react. Right? And parents, your children will eventually become like you, silent cocksuckers. See? I figured it out. I got all the goods. I got the bag, man. Santa Claus is the original bag man. I'm the bad man. The patsy, the scapegoat, But that's Cain. That's right, Shuki. That's right. And that's why my son Draco is so goddamn special. His mother's a fucking genius, speaks English, Hebrew, and Chinese. Look at me go. I am the master of English. Blah, 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 blah. How fucking smart do you think Draco is? Huh? Wait till Draco is full grown. Holy shit. Right? The state of Maine thinks that Erica is a lowly immigrant and uneducated, and I'm laughing my ass off. Like, that woman's been in 3 countries, got degrees from 3 different universities, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't come from poor family, comes from wealthy family, blah, 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 blah. She doesn't come from no money, she comes from money. But she didn't come here to the US because of politics or this country. She came here solely because of me. She found me to be interesting. My machismo. Magnetism. My sheikh brought her to the yard. She chased me. I didn't chase her. Then the state of Maine tried to say that I bought her like a dog. Then they found out that she bought her plane ticket and came from money and speaks 3 Englishes and all. Oh, bro, this is a political mess for them. This is a political bomb. I realized that my son Draco is a nuclear bomb because by taking Draco, they violated Draco's rights, Erica's rights, and mine. 3, publicly destroying an entire family just to come after the daddy. And not one of these state workers has a response for me. They deviate, deflect, or they never have an answer. They can't answer anything because they're not the authority figures deciding anything. They're just following orders, policy, procedure, and protocol, and they've absconded themselves from any moral responsibility, alleviated themselves of it. And some of this shit, man, it's so shocking, you know? You have to present it in the very way that I am, or they'll think you're after them, or they'll think you're up to something. And the funniest thing of all is to realize I'm up to no good. I'm up to nothing at all, and that fucking infuriates them, right? No, I just do this to do it. No other reason. Somebody has to do it. That's my political argument. Somebody has to do it. I did it already, see? And then a while back while I was on a mushroom trip, I saw the entirety of the history of my bloodline as a skid mark across history throughout space time, essentially just dragging my butt through the sand, leaving a shit mark. It was a hell of a trip. And then I realized that I was a mask of God. And when I realized that, I started freaking people out. Why would I be praying to God? I'd only be cannibalizing myself. I'm God. I'm not looking for God. I'm not praying to God. I don't ask God for anything. And somehow I get everything. I give everything and I get everything. You have to give everything before you can get everything. That's how it really works. What you give is what you get. And I get everything. I don't want to, but I do. And it's like, why me? You know? Why? Fuck. Why? I keep asking, why me? And then one day I started saying, why not? It could be any Tom, Dick, or Larry. You know? Could be any fucking stooge. Why not became a serious question. And the more I realized that question and asked that question, I'm, holy shit, the answer came just for the fuck of it. Why not? I couldn't find an answer. What the fuck else you wanted me to do? Right? Why not? Why me became why not? And why not is you're not feeling sorry for yourself. Why little me? Why me? Why? No. Why not became a much more profound perspective, became more logical, rational, became more reasonable. Why not? Fuck else am I gonna do? And it became very funny after that. What else am I going to do? like I was put here to do anything other than what I'm fucking doing right now. What? You see? I'm actually doing my job. This is my job. And it was predestined and preordained and all that cool shit. Like I wanted to know any of this fucking shit. Right? You imagine how many people's having a bad day today? And when it rains, it pours. Right? And the old man's snoring, and it's raining and pouring. And it's pouring rain right now outside. Synchronicity is amazing to me. It's raining cats and dogs right now. Right? And remember, this is something that Grace put together like 3 years ago. Right? And then I'm going to show you something that Sparky made next. I had nothing to do with Sparky's hand in creation or Grace's hand in creation. Right? But no, I'm just observant, tired of people putting things together and being creative. And look, it's synchronistic. And I'm sitting here watching it happen. The great observer, the great Khan, Ka of Kas, King of Kings. That's Jesus. King of the Pirates, KOP, Cop. I'm going to bust you. Fucking hysterical, isn't it? Fucking hysterical, isn't it? Fucking hysterical, isn't it? So, Good Rising, Ethernet, the digital version, which is a mockery of the analog. These people are always trying to compete with me. It's like they think they're fucking dragons or something. And by the way, for you sinners out there, competition is a sin. And the frequency is a sin. SYN. The sin causes the shaping in. The frequency generates the geometry. And you are in a frequency war with me. Isn't that cool? Does that sound like a good time or a bad time? You fucking chicken heads. Huh? Shuki, I was birthed with odds. Oppositional defiance disorder syndrome. Remember, they had a label for everything. They always got labels for everything and an excuse, right? Labels and excuses. And now there's no excuse for them not knowing. And knowing is half the battle. Remember that from school, kids? I said 3 goddamn years ago that I'm the fucking Pope. And in the last 3 years, nobody said no. I've been politically stumping for 72 fucking months. I'm the Pope until your dumbass fucking says otherwise. See? It's the best thing that ever happened to this shithole. You're welcome in advance. Gratuity is appreciated, and silence is depreciation, motherfucker. Speak or don't speak. You will have two options. And time is a commodity that I don't like it to waste. It's precious to me. Time, commodity, labor, commodity. Time is money. And these motherfuckers like wasting my goddamn time, which is my fucking money. Am I sitting here wasting your time? Wasting your money? Time is money. Chop, chop, motherfucker. Lack of response is a goddamn response. And you don't have time for one today. You got to think about it till tomorrow, right? Isn't that the majority? I'll get back to you tomorrow. But they never do they? They just say they're going to. And then they forget. Right? Then they forget. That they were supposed to get back to you. And they think their silence is going to save them from my wrath right now. When truth be told, silence saves you from nothing at all. Isn't that most profound? I'll worry about your silence tomorrow because I know you don't have a response for me today. I'll feel for you tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, it's always tomorrow. Why is it always tomorrow with the professionals when all you have is today and right now? Time is a precious commodity. Presence is exchanging right now. My presence for your presence, presence to presence. It's a presence exchange without physical presence. Those you acquire from box stores. Does the price tag matter in the size of it? The size of the box the package comes in, the presents? The price tag matter, varying sizes, boxes and boxes. Boxes are varying sizes and shapes. You know, there's big boxes and little ones. And a cube is a box. And a book is a cube. Isn't that amazing? They literally got their heads trapped in a box, brain boxed. Their brains got boxed. I was 20 years in average, so I'm really good at it. And rule number one is you don't even tell people what you're doing. You just do it. And the people seeing what you're doing, well, they'll tell their mothers about it. They'll advertise for you. So this is Sparky Lee. And I thought it would be very cool for you to see what Grace did 3 years ago. And then randomly Sparky put this out a while back. And look how the two pieces just bleed over well, right? That Grace is on one level of awareness, Sparky is a different one, but boy, meshes real well, doesn't it? That's just flow, right? So make sure you check
Recently,
out
in response to what was perceived as the dubious content of an official briefing given by State Department spokesman Ned Price, Matt Lee of the Associated Press said, "This is like crisis actors, really. This is like Alex Jones territory you're getting into now." From there, the exchanges between Lee and Price proceeded to degenerate into what can only be described as comic hilarity. What Price wouldn't dare tell or admit to either Matt Lee or to the American general public, on pain of immediate dismissal from his cushy job and career-ending public disgrace, is that the execution of such psychological operations, postmodern reality simulation aka false flags or hoaxes, as they relate to establishing a reason to prosecute a war, is nothing new in the annals of American history.
When you see me as an auditor or babysitter or observer, different language, director, maestro, public speaker, private banker, backer, buyer, seller, mathematician, muse, poet, writer. There are so many titles that'll make you sick. Alaka said yesterday that I was worth 9 Mexicans or 9 Filipinos. I was worth 9 men by myself. She said, I can't keep up with you. I said, nobody can. It's my mental state. Nobody can keep up with me. They're not allowed to.
Matt, to your question, is an action that Russia has already taken.
It's an action that you say that they have taken, but you have shown no evidence to confirm that. And I'm going to get to the next question here, which is, what is the evidence that they play? I mean, this is like crisis actors, really. This is like Alex Jones territory you're getting into now. What evidence do you have to support the idea that there is some propaganda film in the making?
Matt, this is derived from information known to the U.S. government, intelligence information that we have declassified. I think you know.
Okay, well, where is it? Where is this information?
It is intelligence information that we have declassified.
Well, where is it? Where's the declassified information?
I just delivered it.
No, you made a series of allegations and statements.
Would you like us to print out the topper? Because you will see a transcript of this briefing that you can print out for yourself.
That's not evidence, Ned. That's you saying it. That's not evidence. I'm sorry.
Truth is, the sinking of the Maine in 1898 to begin the Spanish-American War, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand which caused U.S. military intervention overseas in World War I, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941 which precipitated the U.S.'s involvement in World War II, the Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1965, which escalated U.S. military incursions in Southeast Asia, and the controlled demolition of New York's twin World Trade Centers and Building No. 7 on September 11, 2001, which led to the U.S. invasions of both Iraq and Afghanistan. To name but just a few instances, all were deliberately staged psychological operations which were utilized as justifications for war. In addition to the fact, State Department spokesman Ned Price was trained at Georgetown University, a Jesuit-founded military fortress. According to his official biography published at Wikipedia, Price has also worked at the CIA, yet another Jesuit-controlled arm of the International Intelligence Office. In essence, Price is merely the latest in a long line of Jesuit-trained prevaricators and spin masters employed by the U.S. corporate government in service to the interests of the Jesuit Superior General at the Vatican. Here's something else Ned Price is sure to never relate to the American public either. Russian Premier Vladimir Putin is a fabricated character scheme portrayed by an award-winning Hollywood actor.
I think we should say that those nominated for the best performance by an actor are
Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Wait. Who's the best actor, Spooky? Right? Spooky actor. Who's the best actor? I'm spooking people live for you. I'm a spooking. Spooking. Acting the four is a hard job. Playing the four, that's a hard job. Playing that part. Where's my goddamn pros? Where's my trophy? What? Play the four. 4-4 playing you. You think I'm a four? If you think I'm a four, I think you're a four. 4-4. Can you fool me? Can you trick me? Can you baffle Matt? Can you trick Matt? Hoodwink me? Hood to hood? I'm a little hoodlum. Raised up in the hood. That's why I like wearing them. Right? Because I thoroughly believe that the priesthood's been robbed, the fatherhood's been ignored, the motherhood, the brotherhood, sisterhood. What the fuck is any of the hood? What? There's no sisters and brothers in the hood, and Planned Parenthood is to rob fathers from the hood. They don't want fathers in the hood. Shit's wild.
Michael Caine in Sleuth,
Laurence Olivier in Sleuth.
Peter O'Toole in The Ruling Class,
Paul Winfield in Sounder. The winner is...
The purpose of U.S. government psychological operations. Though to a majority of the American public, most of whom have yet to become initiated into entertaining such ideas, the very notion of false flags, aka psychological operations, postmodern reality simulation, mentioned during an official government briefing given by a State Department spokesman may seem conceptually radical or even absurd. Nevertheless, when considered in the grander context of geopolitics on the world stage, their predominance as a traditionally effective instrument of American foreign policy is not such an incredible or novel idea. But to what end does the staging of psychological operations ultimately serve? The U.S. corporate government, presented through varied formats beginning in the early 20th century such as newspapers, magazines, radio, and television, has harnessed the authoritative and influential power of the MSM and the Internet, aka Jesuitical Ratio Studiorum, to execute psychological operations, to the effect of thoroughly manipulating and to even ultimately controlling public perception and consensus opinion which, within the last decade particularly, has quickly manifested into a virtual collective hive mind. Those working at the highest levels of the U.S. corporate government have always known, when the public can be steered towards supporting a war overseas against a perceived enemy, enemies which have always existed only as tools of government propaganda, Osama bin Laden aka Barack Obama, Jerry Seinfeld, existing as a prime example. They are acting in the interests of the international bankers of the Crown Temple in the City of London who own the U.S. corporation, with the intent of influencing the thoughts and behaviors, hearts and minds, of its citizens. behaviors which will subsequently, unwittingly but perpetually drown them in financial debt. Having strategically used the concept of war to create a new order out of a state of chaos and while causing the people to desire security and safety from perceived enemies at the expense of personal liberties, government officials can always much more easily exert control over citizens, totalitarian control which they never hope to renounce or to ever relinquish. Since the era of the 1930s, with the passage of UCC 2107, the War Powers Act, the U.S. corporation has been officially bankrupt, meaning, each human resource person or corporation has been bonded as collateral against the debt owed to the Federal Reserve, a private subsidiary of the Crown Temple aka 1 Square Mile in the City of London which, in turn, is connected to the Vatican Bank aka Holy See and to the SNB Swiss National Bank. With the current rate of U.S. monetary inflation already mounting to unprecedented levels, the Crown Temple bankers remain all too well aware, in tandem with the political and financial chaos generated by the convoy protests taking place in Canada, staging a war between the U.S. and Russia will effectively accelerate the financial decline of the West and relegate America to essentially permanent third world status. Despite, for now, human resources have managed to retain their free will over how their commercial behaviors are directed, very soon, unless they collectively choose to withdraw their legal consent, this comfortable reality to which they've become accustomed will inevitably grind to a crashing halt. Soon, within less than a decade, per the UN Sustainability Goals of Agenda 2030, with the global implementation of the graphene oxide blockchain cryptocurrency brain surveillance interface financial system based on body activity, human resources will find themselves no longer able to exercise autonomy or free will over how they choose to spend their finances. To paraphrase the words of WEF chairman Klaus Schwab, aka King Harald V of Norway, everyone will own nothing while made to believe they are still happy, or else.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Yes, sir. Good deal.
How did this grim reality come to fruition? The answer, the Jesuits' Ratio Studiorum, aka the MSM, the Internet, and a phenomenon called sentient world simulation, aka postmodern reality simulation. Sentient world simulation. According to an article published at emerge.com, Sentient World Simulation is a program based out of Purdue University's Synthetic Environment for Analysis and Simulation Laboratory. Reportedly, SWS is a governmental unit of the NSA, National Security Agency, which gathers boundless amounts of information on Americans under the guise of fighting crime, by predicting criminal behavior before it is committed and to predict behavioral responses to propaganda and government-inflicted terror. The article at emerge.com goes on to detail, SWS relies on keeping tabs on citizens and gathering data by tracking phone calls, credit card receipts, social networks, GPS tracks, internet searches, Amazon purchases and EZ-Pass records. The program SWS, reports emerge.com, has amassed databases so profound they can now look so deep into a person's life they can predict their thoughts and future actions with relative certainty. The creation of AI-based programs such as SWS enables the MSM to accurately predict how a targeted population demographic is likely to react to the ongoing narrative of any particular news story, even before it is released for public consumption. In truth, as the article at emerge.com more than implies, similar AI systems, like those AI projects at Microsoft, for example, have been influencing the social and political behaviors of American society for longer than most would like to admit. Now, in the 21st century, and with the Obama administration's repeal of the Smith-Mundt Act, the role of AI systems in shaping the narratives of propaganda, psychological operations which are targeted at segments of the American population has grown to become quite standard. But what the article at emerge.com fails to report is that strict and routine applications of postmodern reality simulation, aka psychological operations, using AI programs such as the NSA's SWS are merely a modern-day manifestation of the Jesuit Order's Ratio Studiorum, a fact State Department spokesman Ned Price, given he was trained at Jesuit-founded Georgetown University, would certainly well understand. According to Wikipedia, the Ratio ATQ Institutio Studiorum Societatis Jesu, the official plan for Jesuit education, often abbreviated as Ratio Studiorum, Latin, Plan of Studies, was a document that standardized the globally influential system of Jesuit education in 1599. It was a collection of regulations for school officials and teachers. Wikipedia goes on to add, the work was the product of many hands and wide experience, but it most directly derives from the efforts of an international team of academics of the Collegio Romano, the Jesuit school in Rome. Today, over 5 centuries later, the Jesuits' Ratio Studiorum has manifested into what has become more familiarly known as the Internet. In combination with the MSM and the ubiquity of digital social media platforms, the Society of Jesus is able to continually operate a full-spectrum dominance of triangular psychological warfare from their headquarters at the Vatican in Rome. With complete control over intelligence gathering, mass surveillance-oriented organizations such as CIA and NSA, with control over digital social media platforms and related social media influences through their hegemony over Silicon Valley, which is closely tied to Jesuit-founded Santa Clara University, as witnessed by the public's virtually uniform fearful reactions to COVID-19 pandemic propaganda. Over the last 2 years, the Ignatian Society of Jesus and its Superior General has been able to significantly widen the scope of their Ratio Studiorum into a system of triangular psychological warfare, consisting of the Internet, social media platforms, and the MSM, to bind an emotionally vulnerable and psychologically infantilized American public together into a virtual collective hive mind, one which is rendered reliant upon the US corporate government for not only crisis solutions, but for its financial sustenance and for its personal safety and security.
The holiday photo call. Every leader does one. No one else does them shirt off, fish in hand. Welcome to Vladimir Putin's summer break in Siberia. These state pictures designed to boost the president's popularity, the strongman image central to his sky-high ratings among Russian people. He found time for open water swimming in the freezing mountain lake, driving machines at speed, and spearfishing. A Kremlin spokesman quoted as saying the president chased a particular pike for 2 hours before, of course, snaring it.
Vladimir Putin exists only on TV. For decades, US government propaganda has sold the idea to the American public that the US and Russia have existed as mortal enemies. In truth, both the US and Russia are merely corporate subsidiaries of a global corporation controlled by the Crown Temple in the City of London and the Vatican in Rome, which, in turn, is controlled by the military order of the Society of Jesus and its Superior General. Meanwhile, however, here's something else even more dramatic that the Jesuit-trained State Department spokesman Ned Price will certainly never dare reveal to either the AP's Matt Lee or to the American general public. Ear biometric, facial recognition, and extensive image comparison analyses confirms the current Russian premier, Vladimir Putin, is a fabricated character scheme portrayed by Hollywood actor Marlon Brando. Before being modified into Vladimir Putin earlier, during his career in Hollywood, Marlon Brando was modified into Hollywood actor Burt Reynolds. The fabricated character scheme known as Burt Reynolds, aka Marlon Brando, has also been modified, with generous latex stippling strategically applied to portions of the facial geometry to better conceal the identity of the host actor, live-action role player, into the popular television talk show host known as Dr. Phil McGraw. Turns out, further and extensive ear biometric, facial recognition, and image comparison analyses confirms Marlon Brando is hiding an even darker family secret. A close family relation of Brando's Hollywood actor Rod Steiger has been identified as the live-action role player who portrayed the fabricated character scheme known to world history as former Russian leader Mikhail Gorbachev.
Fucking mind blowing, right? 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 Right, Shuki? That stack of games I just showed you, man. I grabbed that from my store. That's new inventory from my store. About 50 video games there. All blockbuster titles. Clean. I was looking through them. Xbox One still in the box. 2 360s and a PS2. So I got 4 systems and 50 games for $250. And I guarantee you the games are probably worth $1,000 alone. The controllers, 13 controllers. I sell gaming controllers at $25 a piece. So that's $300 in gaming components and controllers. Consoles, I sell consoles at a standard rate of about $100. And they get a pick of a couple of the games when they buy a console from me. So that's $400 in console sales, right? $400 in console sales guaranteed, right? That's me buying equity from a store. $400 in sales for consoles, $300 in controllers, and about $1,000 in games. $1,700 roughly. Cost me $250 to buy that equity. That's what I mean by a honeypot. That was a honeypot. I couldn't say no to that. It would be stupid for me to say no. And that's what's funding this whole damn operation. You know what I mean? Nobody else is funding my labor. The game.
The car very slowly, and then it made the turn right behind me. I was absolutely enthralled. The president and Mrs. Kennedy looked like a first couple of
I just saw the controller.
as they turned,
Yay!
that loud, explosive sound.
I didn't leave the house. Hustle. I worked in 2 jobs at the same time.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang, I hit the ground. Bang, bang, that awful sound. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down.
They show up and they want to pay. They want me to pay less. They're asking $250. They pay me not $25.
I'm telling you, yes. I'm telling you, yes. I'm telling you, it should be head to head, rock nonstop, head to head, rock nonstop.
Mind-blowing afternoon. Now you're getting with it.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode our horses made of sticks. He would always reply, bang, bang. He shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. My baby shot me.
something for you, Mr. Bowman?
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Looking for shells?
No, I'm just looking.
Such a...
Vargas behind you.
Really?
You must have followed us.
Keep up. This is Smith and Wesson. You've had your search. Welcome to hell, Blofeld.
They can strip a man to the bone in 30 seconds.
Bon appetit.
Vaporizer, herbalizer, 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 vaporizer, herbalizer. I may sit with a drink, I may sit with a vape, I don't be smoking. What the hell you think? I don't smoke no blunts, I don't smoke no weed. I'll be out here vapor chasing, you can't see me. Something like a vape god, something like a vape god. The #1 low dog, the #1 low dog. Now, don't hate life, don't hate life. Yeah, don't hate life. Why? Cause this is vape life, baby. Vaporizer, herbalizer, 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 vaporizer, herbalizer. When I'm feeling kinda stuck, when my luck ain't tight, I could reach for the herbalizer, it'll treat me right. Yeah, I paid some scratch for that, but if you want the bomb seats, you gon' have to pay the price for that extraction, Kong beast. Now the cloud's white and my doggy's choking. The herbalizer, son, you gon' quit smoking. And there you go flying, straight to the sky. Your boy Vape Life ain't never lying, I tell you the truth. Vaporizer, herbalizer, 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 vaporizer, herbalizer.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is surprise. Surprise and fear. Fear and surprise are 2 weapons. Our fear and surprise and ruthless efficiency are 3 weapons. Our fear and surprise and ruthless efficiency and an almost fanatical devotion to the Pope are 4. No. Amongst our weapons. Amongst our weaponry are such elements as fear. I'll come in again.
Escorted by her father, King Frederick of Denmark, Princess Anne-Marie went to the Metropole Cathedral and then...
Take me down, 6 underground, the ground beneath your feet. Laid out low, nothing to go, nowhere away to lead. I've got a head full of drought down here, so far off losing out. Round here, on the ground, watch this space, I'm open to falling from grace. Calm it down, bring it round to way high up your street. I can see like nothing else. In me, you're better than I wanna be. Don't think 'cause I understand. I care. Don't think 'cause I'm talking. We're friends on the ground. Watch this space. I'm open to falling from grace. Talk me down, safe and sound. Too strung up to sleep. Wear me out, scream and shout. Swear my time's never cheap. I pick my life like I bleed. Too much, I take whatever you're giving. Not enough, on the ground. Watch this space, I'm open. I pick my life like I bleed. Too much, I take whatever you're giving. Not enough, on the ground. Watch this space, I'm open to fall from grace.
Puppet master George Soros. George Soros. George Soros. Liberal, left-wing billionaire George Soros. George Soros. Soros. George Soros. George Soros. George Soros. George Snotno Soros.
Today we're going to expose George Soros once and for all. Who is he? What does he want? Why do his lips taste like cinnamon? And why is everyone afraid of an 86-year-old man?
Right! Now you listen here. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Now go away.
Hey!
if you have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, 1/4 of $1, we passed a law.
Right, Grace? Wow, right? Damn, right? Right. When the master speaks, the master is the one you should be listening to when you recognize that it's always been the Greek. It's all Greek to me. right? I hope you guys enjoyed today's presentation of madness.